Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's your man, 100 Grand Ross with The Rock Never Stops. The Detroit Pistons take down the Los Angeles Lakers. Yo, it was an incredible game. I can't wait to get into it. But before we do, as always, if you could do me the favor, smash the like button for me. Remember, it's a small thing for you, but a big thing for the channel. Hit subscribe and the bell for notifications. I really do appreciate all the love and support. We're going into the new year, 2026, with a big win against the Lakers. And my man, none other than Marcus Sasser, came to the rescue. Yo, this was a phenomenal game. Straight up, phenomenal game. Yo, Ray Floyd, it's good to see you in the chat. Miss you too, brother. I've had to do some moving, so I'm actually on the East Coast now. Boy, it's a different time, different weather. Feel me? But my man Marcus Sasser, man, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it because I think I've been probably one of the front runners, along with Downtown Deuce and others, to really get on this Marcus Sasser bandwagon. I've been trying to get y'all on it for a while. I keep telling y'all he's him. There's something special about him. I've broken it down before that there are guys who are shooters. That's your Duncan Robinson. They might be able to do a little bit of playmaking outside of it, but they're a shooter. And then you got other guys like Ron Holland. He's a slasher, right? Looking to get downhill to the rim. And then there's your playmakers. That's your Cade Cunningham. That's your Asar Thompson. Guys who are looking to create advantages, whether it's to pass, whether it's to shoot. They're just always creating advantages within the offense. And then there's your buckets. Your buckets. Those dudes that just walk around and can roll out of bed and figure out a way to somehow toss a basketball into a rim cylinder. These guys, they're just special. And all is special in their own right. The shooters, the slashers, the playmakers, shot creators. But the buckets have a special place in my heart because I would like to consider my game as built as the bucket. I mean, I could do some facilitating, I could do some playmaking, right? I can get to the cup, I can do my thing. But you know what? There's something about just like, you know what? When all else fails, just give me the rock. Give me the ball. Let me do what I do. Let me do what I do. Marcus Sasser is the epitome of professional. The epitome of professional. His ability to stay ready, to stay positive. I remember in his second season, was the second yeah, last season with JB Bickerstaff. I remember Marcus Sasser was struggling. I could see it on his face, his whole disposition, because he was being asked to be something that he wasn't. He was asking to be more of a Dennis Jenkins, facilitate first, and then kind of find your shots in open lanes in between, after, secondary. And that's not necessarily who he is. He's someone who creates naturally for himself, and out of that self creation, finds his teammates. And so it was a rough adjustment last season. But this summer, he worked hard, rave reviews in training camp, and then he got hurt. And that hip, man, whatever it was, man, it was killing me. It was probably killing him more than it was killing me, but it was killing me. Because I'm sitting there, I'm just like, yo, man, get my man's ready. I keep checking the injury report. He's not ready. He's not ready. And then when he finally was ready, his playing time was sparse. It was dispersed. We now had a Dennis Jenkins who had emerged. We still had Karis LeVert. We still had Javonte Green, right? We still got Ron Holland and Isaiah Stewart and Paul Reed. We had this, and Jaden Ivey. We had this swollen bench. Not to mention our starters of Cade, Duncan Robinson, Asar Thompson, Tobias Harris, and Jalen Duren. Where was he going to find the minutes? And so we waited. And we waited. And we waited some more. I for sure was waiting. And then all of a sudden, he gets his chance. And my boy doesn't disappoint. In the nick of time. he shows up. And it's something that I was anticipating a little bit because I could see that the Detroit Pistons, they didn't need another facilitator. Had K doing his thing. Asar was doing his thing. Jaden Ivey was doing his thing. Duran had the ball in his hands more. We needed someone who could just come in and get right to work. Now, normally that's the Karis LeVert role. But I've always said, I've always been a proponent that Marcus Sasser is better. Karis LeVert is bigger, 6'7", right? But Marcus Sasser, man, he got that heartbeat. He's got that heartbeat. He has that energy on the court. He's got that dog in him. But more than just the dog, you could tell that he plays with a level of fervor, a level of fire that's kindled into a tightly compacted furnace that drives him to play on this edge at all times. It's something that we saw from say an Allen Iverson, maybe a Steve Francis, Stephon Marbury. These explosive guards who could put up numbers in bunches because they were just teaming with this energy to just get it off. Just give me the rock and give me a good look. If I see the first one going down, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Don't let me see the first one go down. Don't let me see this first shot go right through the rim. If I do, shut it down. I got the next four, 5 shots. That's what Marcus Sasser is. But what was beautiful to see on the other side is he also got that D. He got that lockdown. He's got that defense. Pause him. He's got that lockdown. He was moving his feet, getting deflections. He was moving in his rotations, getting to the ball before the ball got there. Remember, I told you a defense that is lock and step, a defense that is in tune with what is taking place in the game. The defense shifts as the ball moves. A saying that we used to have when I played college ball was, when the ball moves, you move. When the ball moves, you move. The moment the ball leaves someone's hands, you should be rotating into position. Marcus Sasser is a high IQ enough of a defender playing at the University of Houston where he understands how to remain in position at all times on the defensive end. Sliding his feet, closing out, anticipating, being aware of his man and the ball and the other offensive players that are on the court as well. He sees that ball being swung. He knows who's catching it. I don't know how many times I saw that he recognized when Luka or LeBron had the ball, he was ready to bring the trap. He didn't get caught in the 3-second lane, right? He stayed close enough to his defender, but he stunted. He gave that little, and then he retreated. Took a couple steps towards him and then retreated. Didn't just stand there in that little in between where Ron Holland many times gets caught in. He's moving his feet. He's anticipating. And then when he gets there with such quickness and he stays big. That means keeping his hands up high. Something I've maligned Asar Thompson many times for is that he will sometimes make himself play small. And he doesn't use that 7-foot wingspan as actively as he can. Now I'm going to get to Asar Thompson later. But I'm starting with Marcus Sasser here. Speaking of starting, we got 30 people up in this chat. It is good to see everybody. Do me a favor, smash the like button for me. Remember, it's a small thing for you, but a big thing for the channel. All right, so hit subscribe and the bell and become a member too. In this new year, why not? Start off the new year as a new member with The Rock Never Stops. Let me get to some of these chats. I haven't seen y'all in a while. Sorry, I'm on the East Coast now. I'm actually in upstate New York right now doing my thing. Got some things that I've got going on. So I'm going to be up here for a little bit. Sandro, what's good? It's good to see you in the chat. Donovan, what's good? It's good to see you in the chat. Kingmaker, as always, good to see you. Cortez Whitlow, yo, one of my members. It's good to see you up in here, yo. Um, okay, 2 to 3 hours closer to your time. What time is your time, Kingmaker? Where you at? Let me see. Cortez Sasser will cut into somebody's minutes. Might be Jenkins. I think it'll start off as Jenkins. Eventually, I think he's the replacement for Karis LeVert. Jenkins has been struggling because as Ivy has come on, they haven't needed as much of a facilitator, and now they need more of a bucket. I think Sasser fits perfectly on this team. I've said it many times before. He is not only a bucket, he is a high-level shot creator. He probably has one of the best handles on the team. He is a two-way player who plays defense. And he's someone who can be relied upon to create for himself even in high leverage pressure situations. He's somebody that I can genuinely see closing out games. I can see Marcus Sasser, Jaden Ivey, Cade Cunningham, Asar Thompson, Jalen Duren. I just can't. That's how much trust I see. I remember when he was a rookie. There was I believe it was JJ Redick before he took the Lakers coaching job, or maybe it was the same summer that he was stepping into it. But he was saying that the best ball handler on the team was Marcus Sasser. He said he probably has the most secure handle on the team of between Cade, Asar, Ivy. Jenkins has a pretty tight handle as well. But Marcus Sasser, he's got one of those handles that he knows exactly what he's doing at all times. And I think now he's in a more comfortable role. What we saw last night was Marcus Sasser not just in his bag, because we've seen him do all that. We've seen him do that, right? That's not all the way in his bag yet, right? We didn't see that snatch back just yet. We didn't see that crossover, little mid-range pull-up. We haven't even seen him in the pick and roll. We haven't seen him do the little floater game yet, the little up and unders. His bag is deep. He was just giving us what the defense was giving him, which is also a true testament to a high-level scorer, to a high-level player. They don't have to force. Whatever you give him, he can do at a high level. You want to give me a jumper? I got it. I got it. You want to go under on that screen? Yup. You want to give me this 3 in transition? Sure enough. You going to do drop coverage? Say less. You get too close and I got to cross you up? I thought I told you. You going to foul me? Get to the free throw line? Whack on. Whack on. Whack on. He might be our best free throw shooter on the team. I mean, that's something else to talk about. That's something else to really talk about. How terrible our free throw shooting is. And Marcus Sasser comes in and might immediately be the best free throw shooter on the team. If I'm honest with you, he doesn't seem like he feels the pressure. He doesn't seem like he feels the pressure at all. In these moments, he's just in flow. And I think there's something to recognize. Like, some guys have been buckets for so long. It's second nature, right? Like Jamal Crawford has been a bucket for a long time. He's been a bucket for a long time. He's been doing what he does for a long time. Marcus Sasser is one of those guys. These moves he's probably been doing since high school. Playing at the University of Houston, he's been doing this. He's been doing this. This isn't new. We're just now all being put on notice in mass. But some of us Pistons fans, we should have known when he dropped 40 in Summer League. He was doing this, wasn't he? As a rookie, before his rookie year. If you go back and you follow the draft like I do, right? You saw this when he was at the was it the Portsmouth? No, it was the Chicago pre-draft camp. The year before he was drafted, he was a bucket. But scouts and agents, they were like, "Look, man, if you go back to the University of Houston for one more year, you fine tune these other things, bro, you're legit. You're good." So he went back and he refined some more things, and he came back just as good. You know, I also want to give kudos to JB Bickerstaff. JB saw an opportunity for Marcus Sasser. Could have went with Karis, sorry, not Karis, Dennis Jenkins, who had been struggling. He could have just doubled down on more minutes for Ivy. The reality was Duncan Robinson was struggling a lot too. Duncan Robinson was getting targeted as usual. And as a result, he was less effective. Shot, I think it was what, 1 for 4 from the 3-point line for Duncan Robinson. Yeah, 1 for 4, 2 for 5 from the field. Duncan was struggling. Duncan was struggling. And then you see JB Bickerstaff say, you know what? I got a guy. I know a guy. I know a guy. He might be able to do just what we're needing. And looks down the bench and he goes, hey, yo, Marcus, why don't you go in there and help us out real quick? And Marcus Sasser trots over to the scorer's table, checks in, and he proceeds to get buckets. He proceeds to get buckets. I think he had 7 points in that second quarter. And you see JB Bickerstaff remember, because some coaches forget. I'm gonna be honest. There's so many different factors in a game that you're calculating, quantifying. All right. Okay, how's this guy looking? How's that guy looking? Who needs the ball where? What's the right fit with who? Who can execute what we're needing right now? And how's he doing? I know he's a little hobbled and he got a little bump there and a little bruise there. And okay, he needs to get himself going. And okay, we got a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. And he goes, you know what? Let me get a little extra seasoning of Marcus Sasser. Sprinkle us real quick. Give us a little bit of that magic. Give us a little bit of that. Give us a little bit of that he, ha. Hit him with the hey. Hit him with a little cross. Hit him with a little hezzy. Hit him with a little step back. Hit him with a little thing that you do so well, Marcus Sasser. Hit him with that. That's what we need in this pot right now. And it couldn't have come at a moment too soon. Because as soon as he came into the game in the second quarter, what happened? We got the lead. It went from a tied ball game to all of a sudden we were up. We were up. And then he comes out the game. And then Cade and crew try to maintain. And they're going up against the starters now. And okay, against Luka, LeBron. Okay. Start out the second half. Lakers going a little bit of a run. And it's back and forth. It's back and forth. It's back and forth. And then JB remembers. Who's the guy that gave me the spark? You see, some coaches, they would have just said, okay, thank you. Now let's get back to our starters. And then they play it close, tight to the chest. You know, they're scared, hesitant to really trust another guy. But not JB. JB decides to trust Marcus Sasser and he brings him back in. And he goes, bro, do what you do. Do what you do. And all of a sudden, Marcus Sasser takes over. From the moment he got in that third quarter, he doesn't come out the game. He absolutely dominates. They had no answer for him. I mean, who are you gonna take Jared Vanderbilt off of Cade? Are you gonna take someone off of Jaden Ivey, who's been playing beautiful basketball? You're not. Marcus Sasser can eat. When he's playing alongside starters, he's going to eat. Coming in off the bench, being asked to do what he does. Not be somebody else. Not do something else. But be you, bro. Be you. Go get buckets. And what I love about his game is he's also a shooter. He is the epitome. He is the full offensive package. He is the full offensive package. He is the bucket, meaning you have a nose for the basket. You have a certain sensory awareness of space, of angles, distance, depth, touch. It's a feel that comes through many times just hours and hours of practice. Sometimes it comes through some natural innate abilities, natural body kinesthetic awareness. Why my undergrad was in kinesiology, so I study other stuff, whatever. Maybe you have that natural genius in your body to know how to move it, control it, contort it, right? And sometimes it also comes from just refining your game. Refining your game. Getting those 10,000 hours, those 10,000 reps over and over and over. Same move. I remember I was breaking it down to a youngster one time. I was like, what I would do, I was breaking down to my nephew. I said I would learn a new move, and then I would dribble to the basketball court. About probably like a mile away, mile and a half away. Dribbling left-handed so I could work on my left hand. But then I get to the court, drink a little water from the fountain, tie up my shoes, and then I would practice the move over and over and over and over and over. And I would do it at least 50 times in a row before I stepped it up to then add trying to score out of that move. Because some moves, like a nice crossover, might lead you to a drive to the basket, might lead you to a pull-up jump shot, might lead you to a step back. And so I would do this over and over for hours, bro, for hours. And then I would up the intensity for hours. I would get it down to where I'm training the move at a faster pace and speed than I would even play at. And then when people started getting to the park to run, because back in my day, people still played outside, then we would hoop. And I'd get an opportunity to use the move and wow. Didn't matter if it was a turnaround jump shot off the baseline. Didn't matter if it was a quick pull-up jump shot off the bounce, right at the elbow. Didn't matter if it was a Juan Dixon step back, hop to the left. It didn't matter if it was a AI crossover, a la my boy Ricky Moon from San Jose. Shout out to him. I would work on these moves for hours, for days. And then when I would get to a court and I'm trying to warm up, I'd go through all the moves. All the moves, the post footwork, the ups and unders, the reverse pivot back to the baseline. I would work on all of it after I put in the hours. So it got to a point, you would get to a place where you're doing things automatically without thinking about it because you've drilled it into your literal body mechanics. It's second nature. It's like washing dishes. It's riding a bike. It's making a bed, right? It's taking out the trash, step back jumper, tying my shoes, crossover, right? Brush my hair, right? Wash my face, brush my teeth, step back, pull back. That's what Marcus Sasser is. He's a bucket. But what I love about his game so much is that he can also just knock down shots. Sometimes you just need somebody to knock down shots. I need you to catch and shoot, bro. And he got that too. Hey, can you do some playmaking real quick? Oh yeah, I got that too. Matter of fact, facilitate a little bit. Got you. Hey, I need you to run some pick and roll. I can do that too. I got you. Create your own shot. Hey, say less. Marcus Sasser has the whole package, bro. He's got the whole package. That's what I love about his game. Now, I would be remiss to not talk about everyone else in this game. Marcus Sasser was a major component of this game. He ended the game, get his numbers real quick, shooting 5 of 8 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Best free throw shooter on the team. 19 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Only 1 turnover. A secure handle is nothing to scoff at. But let's keep going. This was not an easy game. Containing LeBron James and Luka Doncic is not easy. And a lot of that fell on Asar Thompson and Cade Cunningham. Let me get to some of these. Chat, make sure I shout out. Yo, what's good, Classic? Attila the Hunt, what's good, what's good? Yeah, I've been missing y'all too, man. Let me see. Leslie Willis, it's good to see you. Yo, what's good? Leslie Willis, what's good? Classic 76. Damon Smith, salute. And Mr. Let me see. Oh, a Mr. T313 was good. He said, I saw a Lakers fan talking. Who is this Sasser? He hasn't scored in the last 4 games and torched up for 17 for 19, actually. Yeah, boy. If you don't know, you better look him up. You know about him now. Taco Bell was good. He said, Cade is better than Luka. I wouldn't say that yet. Luka's passing was phenomenal last night. Absolutely phenomenal. It was on full display. It was a thing of beauty. And then we also got Luka's just orchestration of the offense. He is masterful. His control is it's just levels to it. Cade is learning that level of control. And here's the thing, Luka has that control. He had that control from day one, bro. Like without the turnovers. So I wouldn't say Cade is on Luka's level yet. Though I would say Cade's defense makes up for a lot of it. Cade is far more explosive than Luka also. Far more explosive. Let me see. Global Picture Studio. Duncan's been struggling. I told y'all Ivy is just about there. Ivy is clearly outplaying Duncan Robinson. And I think, let me check the minutes. Duncan Robinson played 27 and a half minutes. Ivy at 17 minutes, 14 seconds. I'd like to see that start getting reversed. I think it's time to put Ivy in the starting lineup. It's kind of like, why not? Duncan is not playing that well. Now, but here's the conundrum. If you do that, this is the conundrum. I'm going to be honest with you. This is what we have to figure out. What is the bench rotation going to look like? Because if you got Ivy in the starting lineup, you now have more niche specialists on the team. I don't know. I think Duncan Robinson might be a better defender than Karis LeVert in terms of team defense and consistency. I think he probably looks better coming off the bench than he does as a starter. Definitely in terms of consistency offensively as well. Karis LeVert probably has some more playmaking, but then I think Marcus Sasser is a better playmaker. And then you got Dennis Jenkins, who's the better facilitator. If you move Jaden Ivey to the starting lineup, you kind of need Dennis Jenkins to facilitate. And he's a better defender than Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson. But those guys have more size and length. But then you also got Javonte Green. Now that gives you a smaller bench unit. If you look at guys like Jenkins, Sasser, and Green. But I think we saw those dudes don't give up much defensively. Yeah, ain't nobody really sunning them. Ain't nobody really putting in work against those dudes. When Javante's out there, he holds his own against LeBron, against Luka, against whoever. Marcus Sasser, smart defender, tenacious, moves his feet. Jenkins as well. So you begin to see there's a bit of a squeeze. And then Ron Holland, of course. Now we would miss the shooting, but I think we're gonna get shooting from Marcus Sasser, and I think Dennis Jenkins returns back to averages and shoots the ball very well. Yo, hey, Jay, one of my members, yo, hey, real talk. It's hilarious that we still have Trade Ivy haters in Piston land. But I just considered those people random casuals. I've had to relent that, you don't always need the masses to get it. You don't. You don't. You just need a solid qualified few to just be locked in. And when everyone else is talking, let them talk. Let them talk. The reality is, Jaden Ivey, more and more, we are seeing just how needed he is. As the competition increases, as the demand and the workload and the defensive attention increases, especially on Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren, we are seeing more and more just how important Jaden Ivey is. Jaden Ivey should be in the starting lineup in the new year. It's something that has been inevitable. We've seen coming. I've been talking about it. I think it's just about that time. Now, let me get to the rest of the squad. Cade Cunningham, 12 and 19, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 5 rebounds, 11 assists, 1 steal, 5 turnovers, 27 points, plus 23 on the night. Isaiah Stewart, plus 21 on the night, 15 points, 4 fouls, 1 turnover, 1 block, 2 rebounds. Hit his only 3, shot 6 of 6 from the field. Jaden Ivey had a great game off our bench unit. Amazing. Our bench unit was amazing. Jaden Ivey with 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, only 1 turnover. I'm going somewhere with this. Ron Holland, in 19 minutes, shot 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds. Remember those rebounds? 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 4 fouls. And then, of course, we got Sasser. And my man Javante was a plus 21 on the night. Played 31 minutes. Javante got 31 minutes. Marcus Sasser didn't even get 31 minutes. Ivy, Ron didn't get 31 minutes. Duren didn't play 31 minutes. Asar didn't play 31 minutes. Javante got 31 minutes. What does that tell you? I keep telling you, Javante is going to be in this rotation. He has earned the trust of JB Bickerstaff and these coaches. They know when they put him in the game, he's ready. He's ready. He's ready. Look, I'm going to be the one to say it. It's your man 100 grand. I'm going to be the one to say it. If somebody going to say it, it's going to be me. It's going to be me. Hey, somebody can be the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy. Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson are now probably number 9 and 10 on the depth chart. Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson, probably number 9 and 10 on the depth chart. It may seem like it's a bit outlandish to say. It may seem that way. But let's consider the rotation. We got Cade. Ivy needs to be in that starting lineup. We've got Asar, Uncle T, Tobias, and Duran. That's five. No particular order, but that's our starting five. I would say Stu would probably replace Tobias in terms of importance. But then we have the aforementioned Isaiah Stewart off the bench, Ron Holland. That's seven. And then now we have Marcus Sasser. That's eight. The next guys, Karis LeVert, number nine, and Duncan Robinson is 10. That's just the reality. And I'm sorry, I'm slipping. I'm slipping. I'm slipping. I'm going to raise my hand. My bad. My bad, coach. That was me. Javonte Green. Javonte Green is probably the real number nine on the depth chart. He played 31 minutes against the Lakers. Javonte's probably number nine. And then Karis and Duncan. So our 9-man rotation. Cade, Ivey, Asar, Tobias, Duran. Off the bench, Stu, Ron, Javonte, and Marcus. That squad right there, that squad right there, that nine, that right there, that squad right there. And let me not leave out Paul Reed, Mr. B-Ball Paul, who stays ready. Stays ready. Stu or Duran, you're in foul trouble, say less. We got B-Ball. Paul. Hey, get in there. That squad right there, all of a sudden now our defense becomes nasty. You take Duncan Robinson and Karis LeVert out the game, our defense is nasty, bro. Our perimeter defense is, woo, boy. That thing is tight, boy. That thing is tight. Yo. With that lineup, Sasser and Green off the bench with Ron and Stu, backing up Cade, Ivey, Asar, Tobias, and Duran. Woo, that squad? Bro. Squad, bro. Squad. 360 Wilt. Facts. Ivey's been playing some great defense. Jay says, I agree. Green is 100% a Piston. Yes, he is. On a minimal deal, too. Cortez Whitlow. LeVert might get traded. You know what we might see? Somebody's going to do a salary dump to get under the cap. And we've got two great contracts sitting there just waiting. Two. We've got Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson. Let me pull up their contracts. We've got Karis LeVert at $14 million. Duncan Robinson at 16.8. That's $31 million, y'all. Between Duncan Robinson and Karis LeVert, we've got $31 million. Why is that important? For two reasons. One, it's money that we can use to free up for our own free agency, to re-sign Duran, to re-sign Jaden Ivey. And, of course, Uncle T needs to get re-signed as well. It's not going to be for the 26 he's currently getting. It's probably going to be closer to something like 8 to 10 if we want to take care of him. Hey, we appreciate you. Might give him a 10-year, 2+1 option, right? Really, he's sticking around to mentor the team, to be that steadying veteran presence. He helps mature the team. We need Uncle T. But what that 31 million really is enticing for is for another team who needs to get beneath the cap, who has a big contract of a guy that just isn't working anymore for them. And they would rather get two assets, but get those contracts broken up. Those deals are very manageable, right? Duncan Robinson, it's not guaranteed next season, only partially guaranteed. Karis LeVert only has one more year left on that contract after this. There's a lot of teams who would love those two contracts. And what we can do is get a pick. We can get a pick for those contracts. Second rounder, first rounder, right? We see how valuable second round picks can be. A Liam McNeely type, Musa Diabate type. Guys that you can find in the second round who can come in and contribute at a high level. We can get one of those. I know somebody in the chat said Jeremy Grant. I'm curious, how would y'all feel about Jeremy Grant coming back? How would y'all feel about Jeremy Grant coming back? I think Portland keeps him, if I'm honest. He's on a good deal. And they actually need him. Jay says, nope. I got you. He said, nope. Yeah, I think we could do a little bit better than Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant is a really good offensive player. He is a bit of a black hole, but he has really good length and athleticism. Gives us some versatility. Look, he can be what Tobias Harris is, but better. I just don't know if we want him for the next 3 years. 2 years after this one, plus a player option. I don't know if that's the contract that we're looking for. All is to say, though, is Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson. That's $31 million that we could free up real quick. And if we can get a salary dump from a team that's like, hey, we just need to get under the cap. We're not doing well. Things are struggling for us. We need to go ahead and even this out. Shoot. I was almost going to say DeMar DeRozan. I've always liked DeMar DeRozan. He's got a partially guaranteed deal for next season. He's making 24.5 this year. He is a walking bucket. But we could take him off their hands. Feel me? Especially if they include a pick. We got options. This team is playing some great basketball. And I think where I wanted to lead this discussion today too is that shout out to JB Bickerstaff for all the upheaval and the turnover and the adjusting to expectations, the injuries, the all eyes on him. That coaching staff has still kept this team as the number one seed in the East, second best record in the league, playing some great ball, and yet has never lost focus. They're developing. They're building trust. They're gelling. This team is locked in. To see the bounce back from Cade and company from the Clippers game to these Lakers, exactly what you want to see. Exactly what you want to see. And to see Ivy continue to progress, I have to take my hat off to him. I have to take my hat off to him. JB Bickerstaff and his coaching staff have been masterful. They have been masterful. We're going into the new year, and Jaden Ivey is ready to start. I think he's 100% ready to start. That's exactly where we wanted him to be. Right now. It's where we wanted him to be. We wanted to see JB Bickerstaff continue to develop the core, continue to bring guys along so that we can see this. Remember, this was what Trajan Langdon said at the beginning of the season. This is what we are about. We are trying to see just how good this team can be. We don't know yet. Cortez Whitlow in the chat was good. Was good, family. He says Cleveland Cavaliers sick right now for firing JB. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. But you know what? Sometimes that's how you got to do them. Sometimes people break up with their girl. And you be like, yo, he broke up with her? Shorty? Was holding him down? Had her stuff together? Good communicator? Right? Smart? Funny? Attractive? Right? Easygoing? Low stress? Responsible? Knows how to take care of herself in her home, right? Does good, and you just wanted the little baddie on the corner that somebody was like, ooh, look at that. And so you dropped her, and then you come in and you swoop her up, and you like, hey, look, I'll treat you way better. What's good? And all of a sudden, y'all walking around downtown, and y'all got a thing going. And then you see him. He looking frustrated. Shorty out there ordering the steak and the lobster in the same meal, having nonstop drinks, trying to show out for the gram. He's sitting there looking frustrated, annoyed. And you out here looking free and happy. He looking over at you. You looking over at him. You looking over at you. You see what he working with. You like, bruh, I could have told you. He looking at you and the ex, and he like, damn, I remember. And you like, yeah, sucks for you, bruh. Sucks for you. Didn't appreciate what you had. But I saw it. I didn't envy it. You know what I mean? I saw you had a good thing. I was like, yo, hey, you got a good thing. Respect. I'm going to go find my good thing. But then you let a good thing go. And you put it back out in the water. And, you know, brothers be fishing. Brothers be fishing. We always got a good bait on the hook. We know how to get them. We know how to pull them. We know how to pull them. They done let it go. He done let it go. And all of a sudden, you catch it and you like, yeah, I'm going to treat you right, girl. Come on. You out there being considerate, pulling the chair out for her, open the door. You being chivalrous, checking in, tapping in. How you doing? How's your day going? Good morning, love. You know, you doing all the things, right? Maybe throw a little something on the Cash App. Nothing too outlandish. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure that she's good, that she knows that you thinking about her, right? Spending quality time. good quality time with her, right? Not just at a movie or show. Y'all are enjoying yourselves. She taking care of you, right? She rubbed the back of your neck just how you like, right? She cook. She can cook. Make you a little something. Ooh, hot food on a cold day. That's what the Detroit Pistons are. We sitting pretty. We got JB Bickerstaff. We had to just wife him up. Hey, you with us? Nah, you with us? Nah. You with us, bro? You with us? If I'm Trajan, I'm already thinking about an extension. We already in talks with his agent. We ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about that. We gonna take we when you locked in, when you're locked in with somebody, you're not worried about losing them because you already locked in. You doing the things to let them know that they're appreciated. That's how you roll. That's how you work. That's how you move. When you let someone know, you don't have them asking, "Am I appreciated here? Am I wanted?" Nah, it's my pleasure to remind you. I want to make sure you good. You warm? You got a jacket, right? You need to ride somewhere. How's the car run? You need some gas. You need some gas. I know gas is crazy these days. It's almost at $5 a gallon in the Bay Area. Crazy work. Crazy work. How you doing, love? You good? That's Trajan Langdon and JB Bickerstaff right. Are you good? My G? My boy? Bruh? You good? JB, you good? What you need, JB? Because you're gonna be here for a while. You're gonna be in Detroit for a while. I think you're gonna be on this run. Two things we know for sure. Cade and JB Bickerstaff are going to be on the run for a championship. They locked in. Duran, he's showing us his salt. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Asar, we see it. We see it. There's some things we need to iron out, but you're in year 3. You're in year 3. We see it. Come on with us. I keep telling y'all, he's in. He's on the championship bandwagon. He's on. Marcus Sasser, Dennis Jenkins, you on. Javante, Ryan, Stu, you on. You on. Get on, bro. Get on, bro. Get on. That's 8. Tobias, he gives us good minutes. Duncan and Karras. I don't know how many championship teams have guys that can be hunted on defense. I'm not saying they're bad players. I'm just saying it's a little bit more, you know what I mean? It's a little bit more questionable, especially once you have Jaden Ivey in that starting lineup. It kind of leaves you with like, okay, so what is it that you really are bringing to this team now? Because Jaden Ivey can sniper from distance. And if they close out too hard, he's blowing by him, getting to the bucket. And Jaden Ivey's been playing great defense. Now, when Jaden Ivey starts getting up to 30 minutes, 35 minutes, I don't know what we do with you, Duncan. Karras, I don't know if you really, do you give us more than Ron Holland and Marcus Sasser off the bench? Javante Green off the bench? Because we don't necessarily need more ball handlers or specialty shooters. Yo, Big At, you're in the chat. Yo, one of my oldest members. Yo, what's good? Jay says, once we trade JB, favorite toy, Levert. JB can be coach of the year. Hey, you know what? But some of it is also, you got to keep in mind, there's also politics and different things like that. If you stop playing Karis LeVert too close to the trade or too far away from the trade deadline, you will lose a lot of the momentum of his value. And so you have to keep playing him a little bit. A little bit at least. You gotta roll him out there. Remind teams, tickle him a little bit. Tickle him, be like, oh, Karis Ver, he just had a good game. Okay, Karis. Duncan. Oh, look at that shooting. Oh, movement shooting. Okay. Okay. You gotta tickle him. And that's gonna get your trade value up. But the reality is, not everybody's gonna be on this championship run. But I think we got our squad. I think we got our core. I think we got our SGA, J Dub, Dort, Caruso, Chet, Hartenstein. I think we got our guys. Mitch, AJ. I think we got our guys. I think we got our guys that can go at those guys. We've got our guys. And now all that's left for us to do is master us. Master us. I think that is what really these championship teams, they don't beat themselves because they know themselves. And now that we've got our squad, we've got Cade, we've got Ivy, we got Asar, we got Duran, we got Stu, we got Ron, we got Javante, we got Marcus, we got Tobias. We've got our squad. We've got our guys. Now all we need to do is lock in. Let's start building that continuity. Let's start playing off of each other's strengths. Let's build that chemistry so that when we go out there from game in and game out, we know exactly what we're going to. We get to work easy, quickly, right? There's layers to it. You want to take away the pick and roll between Cade and Durant? That's fine. We got Ivy on the weak side for a wide open three. Close out too hard, blow by, kick to the opposite corner. Cade Cunningham, wide open three. When we start having layers to our action. But now we got our guys. Now it's official. Now we've got our squad. Now it's time to continue this journey that we've been on. Yo, I got to get up out of here. Appreciate everybody for being here. Remember, as always, if you haven't already, smash the like button for me. Remember, it's a small thing for you, but a big thing for the channel. Hit subscribe and the bell for notifications. And if you want to be a special member for the new year, yo, real talk. Hey, why not? Why not become a new member for The Rock Never Stops? I appreciate all y'all. I always like to leave y'all with a word for the day. If you got somebody good in your life, you got somebody, whether it's a friend, a family member, a romantic partner, spouse, children, right? Co-worker, let people know, man. Let them know that you appreciate them. Don't ever take that for granted. Don't ever think for a moment that they just know. Yo, Jay, it's good to be back. Happy New Year's as well. Happy New Year's to everybody. But let your loved one know. That is something that many times I think it's easy to take for granted. It really is. But when we start telling people, it becomes infectious. And who knows? We might turn around and somebody tells us the same thing. Hey, have a safe, warm, wonderful New Year's. Live it up safely. And I'm going to get at y'all next time. Peace.